backfield, packed to the gills, as you would expect. Green Bay won the toss. They defer, and the Lions will get the ball. Brandon McManus to kick it off. Taking a yard into the end zone and downed there by Sione Havaki. So here they come, and Jared Goff having a tremendous year. When you talk about the MVP race, of course, you're talking about Saquon Barkley. Who else are you talking about, too? You're talking about
but you got to put
Allen, Josh Allen.
Yeah, Josh Allen and Jared Goff. Such a great year in this system.
And even though, Baltimore has had its problems, Lamar Jackson, his numbers
absolutely
would put him in that conversation as well.
Yeah, it's a great race this year.
Start with David Montgomery as the running back. Go back and forth with him and Jahmyr Gibbs. And start with the fullback as well. Keep it on the ground. And it's a 2-yard pickup here on first down. T.J. Slayton making the tackle. Second down, 2nd and 8.
That'll be a good matchup up front at the line of scrimmage with this veteran offensive line going against the Packers. It seemed to be getting better each week with this new system that Jeff Hafley brought in. They've been a 3-4 defense for a long time, and right now playing with 4 D linemen in this new 4-3 scheme, playing much better against the run in recent weeks.
Motion here, short drop, quick pass out to the 37. Amon-Ra St. Brown makes the grab. His 77th catch of the season. Isaiah McDuffie makes the tackle. 3rd and 2.
I think one of the things that the whole league really appreciates, Ben Johnson, who we'll talk more and more about, is the offensive coordinator, one of the hot names last year and, of course, this year as far as future head coaches. He and Jared Goff, the connection they have, the command that Goff has, especially in these situations at the line of scrimmage.
St. Brown in motion. Looking that way is Goff. Throwing that way is Goff. First down. Back-to-back receptions for St. Brown. Bullard covering on the play.
Yeah, this is the thing that this Lions offense is known for, the movement. How do you get 14 open? Well, you move him. The Packers are expecting him to get involved. They want to get hands on him. Well, you can't when you move him. You can see that soft coverage there allows him to be able to get up and out. Bullard doesn't have any chance, and there's the accuracy, of course, from Goff.
Play action. Fired over the middle, and St. Brown was there, could not hold on. Covered on the play by Keyshawn Nixon. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, I think Nixon may got that left hand in there. You don't see St. Brown drop very many footballs. Again, the accuracy, ball on the money. That left hand did sneak in there. The fans wanted that right arm leaning over top of St. Brown and a call to be made, but that is a perfectly executed man coverage there by the corner Nixon.
Now you got Williams behind St. Brown on the right side. 2nd and 10 from the 42. Williams goes in motion. Keep it on the ground, and this time Montgomery, first down, into Green Bay territory. Tackled by McKinney.
This is what Montgomery brings to the table with these 2 backs. You'll see the right guard 71 and 87 pull around, but the Packers, to their credit, they blow this play up. I mean, Quay Walker gets down there, but that's the physicality. Great block by Jameson Williams. Once he kept his balance, Williams' block out there on the corner sprung him free, but the Packers did everything that they wanted to do there to defend that, but the balance and the strength of the back, Montgomery, gets him out in the open.
Now Jahmyr Gibbs comes in. He's 27 yards shy of 1,000. Makes the grab. On the move. Tackled at the 38-yard line. You can run, you can catch. Bullard makes that tackle.
How great is it? It's the best tandem of backs in the NFL. We already saw Montgomery and what he can do with the power to be able to shake free. And then you bring Gibbs in. It keeps both these guys fresh. He gets out into the open field, and he is so dangerous. That time he didn't even have a chance to use his linemen and still picked up positive yards.
Montgomery comes back in. Again, a short drop, quick throw, and it's Williams at the first down marker, but incomplete there. Jameson Williams can't hold on. It'll be 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, and with Edgerrin Cooper out, you're going to see some blitzing here. They've got to try to get pressure on Goff because they've got to find a way to be able to get him off his spot. You can see the back that time's trying to step up and help out, and Montgomery just a little bit late in getting up there, and McDuffie able to affect that, but still he got it off. Good coverage downfield.
Opening drive of the game, 8th play here, 3rd down and 3. Hangs in the pocket, fires, caught on the run at the 25. Williams out of bounds near the 10-yard line. Jamison Williams.
Well, they've been playing a lot of zone. Here on 3rd down, they go to man-to-man. It's a tough matchup. Once you're able to, this is speedster, and this is Bullard, who is playing nickel. Tough matchup for him. You can see the separation. And how about Goff here working through his progressions? This is really where he has grown. Once he has the time to be able to make this throw, he sets those feet, and it is right on the money for another 1st down there. It's 2 of 2 now on 3rd down.
And right at the 10, so it's 1st and goal. To the outside goes Gibbs, and we'll see our first flag of the night. In fact, 2 come in on the same play as he's pushed out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
Yeah, the left tackle Skipper, who is in for Taylor Decker. He's a big physical guy that time. He just lost leverage and had to grab on to the Packers' Rashawn Gary.
Detroit already walking back. John Hussey is tonight's referee, doing double duty this week. He reffed the Monday night game in Denver, Cleveland and Denver. So Hussey working on 2 days rest. Here he is.
Holding. Offense number 70. 10-yard penalty. 1st down.
See Skipper.
Yeah, watch Gary. Watch him. He gets both his hands on him. He'll start to peek into the backfield on the inside, sees the ball's going outside. Now he's able to get out there, but he couldn't because of that grab there by Dan Skipper. Good call there by the official.
Again, minus Taylor Decker. The great left tackles. The Skipper taken. Skipper's been in and out of the Detroit organization like 4 times already in his career. Back and forth he goes. Montgomery and Gibbs both in the game. Off the fake, Gibbs makes the catch, works his way to the 13-yard line. Tackled there by McDuffie. It'll be 2nd down and goal for the Lions.
They drafted him out of Alabama. I never try to put this pressure on him to be the next Christian McCaffrey, but he reminds you of that kind of skill set as far as his ability to run. He's a 3-down back, and now because you have 2 backs, he and Montgomery, you're able to get him and keep him fresh for 4 quarters and hopefully throughout the whole year. But you can already sense they want to get him in space every week, but especially here tonight against the Packers.
Extra pressure, quick throw, caught at the 7-yard line. Taking it in there is Sam Laporta. Had a tremendous rookie season. Laporta, the great tight end. 11th play of the drive coming up right now, 3rd down and goal.
Yeah, Ben Johnson has an offense. It's been very good in this red area. They're 6th in the NFL, but they have had some issues in some games. Last week, 2 of 5 in a red zone. So against Jordan Love and this Packers offense, they need touchdowns down here.
On 3rd and goal, Goff surveys, fires too high, but a flag in the end zone. Intended for Tim Patrick. Former Denver Bronco, missed a couple of years after he had 2 surgeries. Evan Williams was covering on the play. Get the call from Hussey here, 3rd and goal prior to the play.
What I saw it was at the top of the route, not where he makes the play on the ball, but at the top of the route, he grabbed onto the shoulder pad, onto the jersey. It wasn't at the end where you could say, hey, that's not interference. But if you go back a little bit, let's see here at the top of the route when he makes his break inside, he gets a little handsy. Watch him work to our right, and he grabs onto that jersey, slows him down enough for the officials to call that.
Both by the same team. Prior to the pass, illegal contact, defense.
2 fouls.
Get a little clarification here.
The call here, yeah.
Correction, there's only 1 foul on the play. Prior to the pass, illegal contact, defense. Penalties, half the distance to goal, automatic 1st down.
I think that's what he's referring to. The ball was not yet in the air when he made that contact. When I talked about it, wasn't near the end where a lot of times you'll see the interference. It was an illegal contact call, and the ball had not yet left the hand of Goff, so they catch a break there on 3rd down.
Half the distance is just inside the 4. 1st and goal. Into the end zone. Walking in. David Montgomery for the touchdown. Packers won the toss, deferred, and Detroit says thank you very much.
Well, what a drive, what a way to open this up here in Detroit. Love knows what he's facing tonight. They had 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, 3rd and goal. Able to keep that drive alive, and when in doubt, you get in that area, get behind 58, the right tackle, Sewell, and a heck of a block from Tim Patrick, the receiver, as well.
12th rushing touchdown of the season for David Montgomery. Jake Bates for the point after.
Under Dan Campbell, and from that point on, they have been winning as much as anybody. In fact, them in Kansas City have won the most.
Exactly.
From that point on.
31-8, the record since they turned things around. Meanwhile, Green Bay will start its drive from the 30-yard line after the Lions had gone 11 plays, 70 yards in a little over 5 minutes. Jordan Love, 20 touchdowns, 11 picks. He had 1 in each of the first 8 games. Kirk Cousins has 13. He took the lead, the dubious lead, with that 4-pick performance last week against the Chargers. But Love, who started the season hurt on opening day in Brazil, missed 2 games, has had a groin issue as well, but appears to be totally healthy right now.
Yeah, from the bye week on, the last 3 games, back to really the Jordan Love you expect to see.
Running back is Josh Jacobs, and what a year he is having. Off the play fake, under pressure, look out! Sacked at the 23-yard line. Play action, that doesn't work. And they got Zadarius Smith crawling his way, with Jamal Adams, who just joined the team 3 days ago, also in.
Yeah, this is a big storyline because the right tackle a little bit confused there. Zach Tom looked inside, felt some pressure. It freed up Smith to be able to get out on the edge. And with Aiden Hutchinson down, this Detroit defense has been looking for pressure. And Smith now, in just 5 games, already has 3 sacks, so really helping out.
2nd and 17. Pressured. He's going to run with it. Tripped up at the 31-yard line. Tripped up there by Jack Campbell in his 2nd year. Campbell has the green dot, which means he calls the defensive signals. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, this game has the feeling. Boy, Aaron Glenn, we talked about on the open, the job he's done this year despite all these injuries. 13 guys on IR, 3 more down tonight. Signing 4 players this week, just trying to find bodies that are healthy. You imagine some of those guys, like you mentioned, Jamal Adams already out there. He's been here 4 days.
And starting tonight, 3rd down and 9. Extra pressure again. Love throws, incomplete. Looking for a flag, and there is a flag. Jaden Reed, the intended receiver, Brian Branch, covering on the play, and there's a flag upfield.
These Lions, because they play so much man coverage, they have been called for a lot of defensive holdings and PIs a lot this year.
Defense, number 32. While he plays the spot of the foul, automatic. First down.
Now you live on an island, and Branch is good when he's near the line of scrimmage, 32. He gives him a cushion. Watch 32, inside leverage. And then he gets turned. Once he gets turned, he's beaten, uses that left hand to grab onto him, and officials, again, all over it with the right call.
Yeah, they lead the league in defensive pass interference calls. That's their 16th of the season. First down now. Looking for room, finding none. Josh Jacobs came over as a free agent after playing with the Raiders. Stopped there by McNeil. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
With these injuries, you need guys to step up. I mean, DJ Reader's down tonight. You put DJ Reader and Aleem McNeil in the middle. That's as good as there is as far as defending the run. And 54, that play makes a ferocious tackle, throwing a blocker and making the play at the line of scrimmage. Now he gets helped off.
Yeah, he gets helped off. He is upstairs. They took a look and said, they called down and said, all right, take him out at least for this play. So McNeil will come to the sideline.
Watch this play. Watch how physical he gets. I mean, this guy is so strong. Pushes him, maybe holds on, but that power that he has, able to hit a really good look from behind to see that he gets rid of Tom. That's a big lineman. He just throws to the ground and then makes the play.
Couldn't make the cut there. 2nd down and 9. Quick throw. Not a lot of room, though. Tavian Wicks is tackled there by Quan Alexander, another guy who just got into camp.
Right. The one thing you got to say, no matter who's wearing that silver and blue, man, do they run to the football. I mean, it's like a coaching clinic on guys that just, they don't even know what jersey number they're wearing, but they know that they've been taught by Aaron Glenn and Dan Campbell. In fact, we talked to Dan this week, and he said, we don't know who's going to be out there, but they're going to live up to the standard. They're going to run to the football, play through the whistle, and try to get some turnovers.
Hello, my name is Jamal. My name is Quan. Good to meet you.
Yeah, they're out there playing.
Name tags. Chris Brooks is the back here. He stays in the block. Love, off balance, throwing and incomplete at the 20-yard line, intended for Wicks. Love was under pressure, throwing off his back foot, 4th down.
You know, for a team that doesn't necessarily have a great pass rush, they are getting home right now. Ezekiel Turner brought up the blitz, 47 right in the middle. You also see a good get off there by 95, Pat O'Connor, enough to affect Love, make him throw that off of his back foot, so he loses accuracy on the football.
Daniel Whelan is the punter. Maurice Alexander sets up inside his 10-yard line. Fair catch made at the 9. And that's where Detroit will begin its 2nd drive with 6.5.
And goal, Laporta in motion, blows it up there. Zylstra, nice job. Even the receiver, Tim Patrick. Sewell, the right tackle. So not only the touchdown, but trying to send a message there to this Packers defense.
Start this drive from the 8-yard line. 3 tight ends. You got Gibbs as the running back. Here's Gibbs. Tackled there by Lucas Van Ness. 2nd and 9.
You know, Jeff Hafley came over, left Boston College in the college ranks as a head coach, and decided to come back to the NFL, where he'd been assistant for a long time, and brought a new scheme in that it just feels like second half of the season, like you'd expect, he gets to know his players a little better. They get to understand the scheme a little bit better, playing much faster in recent weeks. They knew they had their hands full tonight against Goff and company.
Defense that's 9th in points allowed, 9th best. Quay Walker makes the tackle there on Gibbs, setting up a 3rd down.
And Walker's really become the guy that they turn to. He's the green dot, and again, with the rookie Edgerrin Cooper down, takes on even more responsibilities in the middle of that defense. Got to get the calls, got to have disciplined eyes against a very balanced offense with Goff and the weapons he has around him.
Leading the team in tackles, as he did in his first 2 seasons as well. 3rd down and 5. Goff under pressure, going to get him at the 10-yard line. That time Rashawn Gary comes in and gets a sack, doing more rushing this year under Hafley's scheme.
Yeah, and also bringing up the blitz up the middle. Quay Walker, he creates, by bringing that blitz, it creates a little bit of one-on-one. So Gary benefits off that. Right, a matchup with Sewell, comes off of Sewell. There's the blitz from 7, and then there's no one able to adjust because of that blitz to be able to pick up Gary once he moves off of Sewell. So that's the only way you're going to stop Goff. You got to get him off his spot, and you got to pressure him.
Jack Fox having a great year, leading the league in net punting average. And a fair catch made at the 48-yard line here by Jaden Reed.
There's Hutch up there watching, looking down, and I'm with you. It's incredible. Not only do you lose your alpha and Hutchison, your game wrecker, but 4 of your top 5 linebackers, you're bringing guys off the street, and you're teaching them their scheme. And I'll tell you, first drive, they didn't look confused. They were playing fast.
From the 48, out of the pistol. A little bit of room here for Josh Jacobs. Down we go to Kaylee.
Guys, and to add insult to injury, the Lions defensive lineman Aleem McNeil has been taken back to the locker room to be evaluated for a concussion after getting a pretty thorough examination in the blue medical tent.
Wow, he was in on that tackle. You saw him being taken off the field.
And as good as they are at running back with that tandem, I would argue that DJ Reader coming over from Cincinnati and McNeil, together in the middle against the run as good as you'll see in the NFL, and both of them now out of this game.
2nd and 5. Love throws. Going to the ground to try to make the grab, and he does. A yard shy of the first down is Reed.
It's a good catch from a guy that's had some issues. This whole receiving corps had some issues with drops. Actually, they're going to wave that one off. Replay assistance.
Right, replay assist says no. Well, I'll interpret. It's 3rd and 5.
Yeah, here's a great look at it. Yep, great call.
Yep.
Yeah, incompletion. I was going to say they've had drops, especially Reed and Wicks. That would have been a great catch, but nonetheless, it is taken away, so 3rd down.
That is an expedited review. The way
best.
It should be.
Yeah,
Yes.
the best.
3rd down and 5.
Yeah, look at everybody up at the line of scrimmage.
Look out. Under pressure. Does anything just to get it away, which he does. Ezekiel Turner that time coming in, putting the heat on 4th and 5.
I'll tell you a guy, I mean, they're bringing pressure, but I'll tell you a guy who's having a game is the guy in the middle. Look at that get off with Pat O'Connor, the 6-year man out of Eastern Michigan. With these guys that are down, he has stepped up with his opportunity. The 2nd time we've seen him get off the ball, and plus territory, they're going for it.
Yeah, 4th and 5, at least lining up to go for it. Scoreboard has the decibel level at 115. That's what it is in an airport. 4th and 5. Clap, clap, clap. And no snap. Just trying to look to draw them offside, and they can't. In comes the punt group.
Now at the end of that 3rd down, if you go back and take a peek at the hit on Jordan Love, I'd love to ask Terry his opinion on that. Terry, what do you see here after he releases his football?
Well, it sure looks like this is forcible contact to the head and neck area of the quarterback. Roughing the passer should have been called on this one.
Yep, so Darius Smith with the right hand came through, clubbed him in the face mask.
Missed that one. Love to the bench. In comes the punt group. Dan Whelan, his first punt was 43 yards. Maurice Alexander to receive it. Alexander calls for a fair catch. Makes it at the 11-yard line. To Ford Field on 1st down. Pass is caught on the outside by Williams, and he gets bumped out of bounds after a gain of about 6 by Carrington Valentine. 2nd down.
Well, we saw a conversion on 3rd down when they moved St. Brown on a very similar play, just taking advantage of soft cushion and just creating space and matchups, that time for Jamison Williams.
Green Bay minus Jair Alexander, one of the top corners in the league. 2nd and 4 from the 17. Off play action. Goff rolling and throwing, and just throws it away. Into the down marker. Eric Wilson chased him. 3rd and 4.
Yeah, Jeff Hafley dialing up some more pressure. You know, I think he sensed after that opening drive that Goff had too much time back there. So the last time we saw a little bit more blitzing. This time, actually, he brings 45 Eric Wilson from the field, does a good job of flushing him out of the pocket. And that's their whole focus tonight. Any defensive coordinator knows that if Goff is back there clean, it's going to be a long night.
3rd and 4. Keep it on the ground. Trying to get that first down. Very close to it is Gibbs. Let's see where they spot it. And they're coming in as if to give him the first down, and he does. He's got one at the 21-yard line.
And that's an example there. 3rd and 4, you would think the hammer, David Montgomery, would come in there, right? You need some tough yards between the tackle. But no, Gibbs shows you his versatility. Runs through a few arm tackles. Boy, that was close, right at the spot. That second effort looks like got him across the line there.
Just outside the 20. And now we were thinking, yeah, there's the challenge flag. Yeah. So LaFleur is going to challenge. That was a 3rd and 4. So if he wins the challenge, it'll be 4th and inches.
Well, the thing that I think you'll see, in my opinion, Evan Williams, when he first hit him, 33, I think he looked like he was short. But when he twisted and then kept moving, I think he ended up getting past for the first down.
All right.
Timeout for a first down. Green Bay is charged their first timeout for an unsuccessful challenge. This is considered their first challenge.
Yeah, it's always a tough challenge to win on a spot like that, but that second effort spinning around got him the first down.
Yeah, it was a great look at it, that opposite angle there. Again, like we keep saying that.
Patch here, patch.
Without that second effort, I don't think he gets it.
Gibbs, nothing. Tackled, swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Kenny Clark, who's been doing yeoman work for 9 years, #1 pick in 2016 out of UCLA, second down and 10.
Most of his career, he was known as a great pass rusher and also good against the run. There, he gets penetration. Tough to do against Ragnow, the center, but he does it. And what that did is freed the linebackers to be able to get downhill in a hurry with Walker and McDuffie.
Second down and 10. To the outsides. Gibbs stays on his feet. Turns nothing into a little something. But it'll be 3rd down and 5.
I tell you, Green Bay holding their own at the line of scrimmage. I mean, again, this is maybe the best offensive line in the game. He had to bounce this outside. How about the rookie, Evan Williams, who Hafley just loves? But there, once again, is Gibbs showing you he's not just a guy out in space. Physical runner, bouncing off of that hit by Evan Williams. Didn't wrap up, so able to get around him for a few more yards.
1:20 left in the quarter, 3rd down and 5. Keep it on the ground, going nowhere. Colby Wooden stops him in his tracks. Second-year guy out of Auburn, 4th down.
And again, look, 77 is one of the best centers in the game. He just olays him with quickness. They are getting off of the ball at the line of scrimmage in the last 2 series. They're winning the point of attack up front. And again, very, very tough to do against this Detroit offensive line.
The Lions went 70 yards in a little over 5 minutes for the touchdown. Fox's punt. Flag is thrown. Fair catch is called for and made at the 26-yard line. So John Hussey hustles down. As I say, he's working on 2 days rest, so you know.
Yeah, not easy.
No.
During the kick, holding, defense, correction, receiving team, 10-yard penalty, first down.
All right, she had a 50-yard punt and 10 more to come. And we are back. 35 seconds left in the first quarter. Lions on top 7-0. Lions trying to win their 11th game in a row. Jacobs and Brooks are both in the backfield. Jacobs. He's having a great season. Chris Brooks leading the way. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
He sure has. We haven't had a chance yet to talk much about him. Aaron Jones goes to Minnesota. And Josh Jacobs, you know, he Las Vegas Raiders, we had them last week. I know they wanted to hold on to him, but he leaves, comes to Green Bay, and brings a different kind of back. More downhill, more between the tackles than who they were the last few years with Aaron Jones, more on the edge, outside zone.
That last run took him to 1,000 yards for the season. That'll be the end of the first quarter. Matt LaFleur told us this week he's a severely underrated player. Pressure is put on. Pass has gotten away. Christian Watson with a nice move, and then he loses the ball. And for the moment, the Lions have it. He got popped by Carlton Davis. Lost it along the sideline and stays in bounds, and Detroit with the takeaway.
Detroit bringing a lot of pressure They play a lot of man-to-man coverage. Nobody picks up Christian Watson, and this is why you never give up on a play. Cuts back away from Joseph. Watch from behind the crafty veteran. Carlton Davis knocks that ball loose, and the Lions are able to pounce on it. Make sure a knee is off the ground, and it is. Ball is in the air. Detroit football, but they now have blitzed on 5 of the 7 dropbacks with all these new faces. That time, it's one of the new faces, Jonah Williams, who applied the most pressure. And the Lions talked about turnovers with us all week, and they got one there.
And David Long recovered it. Now Goff off the play fake, fires into traffic, and that is taken in there by the tight end, Sam Laporta. First down.
And they love these routes over the middle of the defense. Try to pick on those linebackers, put them in conflict. That time it was Quay Walker. Started the run with the tight end down the middle, came off of him, but he came off a little bit late, and Goff was able to squeeze it in there for a nice gain.
7 first downs for the Lions, only 1 for Green Bay. Montgomery who scored the touchdown to the 39-yard line. Little extra action after the play, and you see the flag coming in. You got Quay Walker involved and Dan Skipper.
Yeah, that's an easy call, divisional matchup, a rivalry. It's going to get a little heated. And that time Quay Walker lost his cool after he got pushed near the end of the whistle.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 7. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced from the end of the run. Automatic. First down.
Now here's 70 Skipper finishing the play right here. Walker doesn't like it, and then he hits him, and the big fella goes down. That's a big man going down at 6'9", 330. Looks like a big-time wrestler out there.
He does.
He's huge.
I mentioned before, I think it's the 4th stint he's had with the Lions. He's been all over the league.
And he bounced all over not only the league and the Lions, but also along the offensive line. He can fill in a lot of different areas.
Filling in tonight for Taylor Decker at left tackle. Fake toss, going deep, down the sideline, too deep, incomplete. Good coverage on the play that time. Isaiah McDuffie put the pressure on, 2nd down and 10.
How about David Montgomery just in time? Because I'll tell you, when McDuffie comes in these blitzes, he is coming fast. He got to him one time. This time Montgomery learned from that mistake because he was in before. He sold out. Now give McDuffie credit because he kept fighting through it. But boy, Montgomery stepped right into that blitz from 58.
Gibbs is the back. Give it to him. Nothing doing. Smothered at the line of scrimmage. Deontay Wyatt is there. 3rd down and 10.
Devontae Wyatt, kind of a underrated, underappreciated player throughout his entire career. Even when you go back to Georgia, there were so many first rounders. He ended up being a late first rounder himself, but just kind of a forgotten guy. Had a knee in 23, had an ankle throughout his career. There's Van Ness running off into the locker room. But I'll tell you, now that he's healthy, don't be surprised to see 95 and White make some more plays.
3rd and 10. Goff under pressure throwing. Crowd wants a flag. Will not get one. Jamison Williams, the intended receiver. So it'll be 4th down and 10, and in comes the field goal group to try to make it 10-0.
Actually, that time, Goff, as experienced as he is, they did a good job of confusing him and Jamison Williams. They showed blitz, dropped at the last second. Defensive end Mosby actually affects that, and Jamison Williams, he didn't know if it was man or zone, so he stopped, and Goff thought he would keep going, and they missed.
Bates 19 of 20, only missed last week from 45. This is from 43. Jack Fox to put it down, and the kick is good. 2 minutes into the 2nd quarter.
Learning from the best.
Yep. Bates to kick off. They'll start the next drive from the 30, and we go to Cayley. First down by way of penalty. Can they get something going? They start here on the ground. 4-yard gain here for Jacobs, tackled by Campbell.
Yeah, a lot of different faces, but there's maybe the defensive assistant, coach, coordinator, maybe in the entire NFL with what he has faced. Aaron Glenn doing a great job so far tonight.
Yeah, working with paste and glue. Nice hole over the right side and exploiting it. And there he goes for a first down and more is Josh Jacobs. The one thing about Jacobs and Barkley and Henry and Mixon and Houston, they're going to start making the running backs not undervalued anymore.
I agree with you. I think that's become a big story this year, and I think it should be. It's been fantastic, and this is what he brings to this offense. This is an offense that is built on the run game first. They've got to get him going. That's what he can do running through those arm tackles. He gets going, then you'll see Matt LaFleur dial up those play-action pass opportunities later.
Now it's Emmanuel Wilson, who is sparingly used, but comes in to spell Jacobs every so often, taking that one to the 40-yard line, gain of 7. Mohammed making the stop there. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Without having an A.J. Dillon type of hammer back there, it's nice to see guys like Brooks and Wilson providing a little bit of depth in that backfield spot. I mean, Josh Jacobs, got to give him credit. He has been a workhorse. 7 games where he's gone over 18 carries, let alone gets involved in catching the ball out of the backfield too. So Wilson and Brooks, the longer we get into December and January, you're going to need Josh Jacobs healthy, so it's good they're able to step in there.
Wilson and Brooks are both in the backfield. Now Wilson in motion. Give it to Brooks, and he's fighting for a first down. May have picked it up. They're going to mark it at about the 37-yard line. Pretty good company there. Jacobs is back in the game. Ball at the 37-yard line. Look out, and who moved first? Josh Myers snapping it.
I didn't see a flinch.
Encroachment.
And,
Defense, number 95.
it's good that they've mixed in a hard count
penalty.
on O'Connor because he has been getting off the ball so quickly. It's making it tough on Myers and Jenkins, the guard. And I don't know if he's up there, has some kind of tail or some kind of cue that's getting him off the ball, but a good job by Green Bay. Maybe that'll slow him down a little bit.
5-yard penalty, 1st and 5 at the 32. Stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Jacobs going nowhere. Jack Campbell, 2nd year out of Iowa, making the tackle.
You got, again, the personality, the culture of Dan Connor teams. Watch, you see a man go in motion who's a big man in Tucker Kraft. Watch 85. Watch this. Bang! Look at that message being sent. I mean, that's Trevor Nowalski who hits him there. He didn't make the tackle, but you know what? Kraft's going to think twice before he comes in motion to block 53. What a play.
2nd and 3. Jacobs to the 24-yard line. So Green Bay on the move. Drive started back at their 30-yard line. They've run 6 plays for 46 yards here. All runs too.
Yeah, being very patient here. Looks like Sean Ryan needs some help off.
Ryan, the right guard. Coming out for at least one play.
And he was the puller there. He actually hits Quan Alexander 10 when he pulls around from the bottom here. You'll see him work up, and then look at 10. Quan Alexander hits him. I think that collision maybe stunned him. He's going to go to the sideline and hopefully come back.
Yeah, that's Kadeem Telford. Comes into his spot at right guard. First down from the 25-yard line. Left side, hard yard, flag thrown. That's Jacobs for 1.
This is why you see defenses play some coverage. They want teams to have to drive the ball without making mistakes, and Green Bay had been doing it until this holding call. Don't give up the explosive. Make them have to drive without making mistakes.
Offense number 74. 10-yard penalty. First down.
So that's the left guard. That's Elton Jenkins. And his 6th year in the league out of Mississippi State. 1st and 20 now.
Yeah, it's over here on the left. See that left hand grabbing onto the jersey.
So back to the 35-yard line. Again, Love is 2 out of 5 for 23 yards and has not thrown a pass on this drive.
And remember, Al, that they have, when he's dropped back, they have brought pressure, and it's affected him and the offensive line.
Major. But this time he has time, and he's able to complete the pass to the 28-yard line. That's Tucker Kraft, tackled by Branch. Luke Musgrave would have been the #1 tight end, but it's given Kraft the opportunity to shine this year, and he has done that with 6 touchdowns.
There's Evan Williams, the rookie safety out of Oregon, who's had a big impact on his team. Jeff Hafley telling us this week how impressed he's been with the way he's been able to pick things up. So the Lions have been dealing with a ton of injuries, and now Matt LaFleur and the Packers potentially lose their free safety.
2nd and 12. Love stepping up, stepping out, looks for the first down and gets it. So from a 1st and 20 to another first down as they take it to the 13-yard line.
And Muhammad gives him some pressure over for his right, but this opens up nicely. Remember, you touched on some of the injuries he dealt with early down in Brazil, and the groin, it slowed him down. This is what he can bring to the table when he's healthier. We've seen him become this kind of guy these last 3 weeks, and this has been missing in this Green Bay offense. When everything's covered and you play man coverage, you better account for number 10 or he's going to take off.
His longest run of the year, 14 yards. Back to the ground. Jacobs. Stopped there by Turner, and a penalty.
These linebackers are playing. They're adjusting to the motion, getting downhill. This penalty may be on Detroit.
Illegal use of the hands to the face defense, number 99. 5-yard penalty will be added to the end of the run. Automatic, first down.
So Zadarius Smith, when they lost Hutchinson, they picked up Smith. Done a great job, the front office has, bringing guys in off the street, making trades for guys.
Gets his hand underneath, you can see on the neck there. So they get 5 yards, still first down.
Eight runs, 1 pass. 1st and goal. Looking for room. Threading his way. Nice move. To about the 1.5 goes Josh Jacobs, 2nd down and goal.
I'm with you, Al. That little hesitation allowed Josh Myers to be able to stay on his block and got him to be able to kind of wiggle through for more yards. This play potentially blown up. Watch the center, 71, little hesitation, gets underneath that, and again, he's able to shake through. He's one of the best backs in the NFL with yards after contact. In fact, he's 3rd in the league, and that time, good job of showing his vision to be able to get some positive yards.
6 minutes to halftime. 2nd and goal. Jacobs again. And a fake to him, and then Tucker Kraft was the intended receiver. It's incomplete. 3rd down and goal.
What a call. Defense has their eyes in the backfield. They're locked in on Josh Jacobs. He's able to slip Kraft out. Good time to call it. Kraft does a good job of selling it. You see the eyes of 32, Branch. He just needed to put a little air under this and float it out there, and it's an easy touchdown and just sails on it. Missed opportunity for the Packers on that one.
Instead, 3rd down and goal. Love under pressure, and that's a flag in the end zone. For the moment, It's taken by Davis, but let's see about the call in the end zone. So for the moment, the Lions think they have it, but you look at Arnold's expression, and that may tell you, speak volumes anyway. We'll see. Campbell wants to know, so do we.
Now they got the rookie Terrion Arnold man-to-man against Watson on that back line. It looked like Watson was trying to work back to his quarterback to our left.
Defense, number 0.
Yeah, Arnold was already pleading his case.
Yeah.
Before Davis picked up the ball. So with 5.5 to go, penalized for pass interference 17 times. A couple of times tonight. That's the most in the league. And that's the 3rd first down for Green Bay tonight by penalty. 2 on this drive. 1st and goal. Can he get into the end zone? Yes, he can. Jacobs for the touchdown. Not the prettiest drive we've ever seen.
No.
But very effective. 10 runs, 2 passes. You don't see that very often on a 12-play drive.
You know, on this drive, averaged 6.5 yards per carry. They ran the football. They turned it over after getting down 10. They didn't panic. They turned it over to the offensive line, and they turned it over to the guy that's really been carrying them in that backfield, Josh Jacobs, and it pays off with that touchdown.
Jacobs 49 yards in the half. Brandon McManus, who for the moment has solved Green Bay's kicking problems, longtime Denver Bronco, boots that one through. And with 5.5 to go, Goff, a guy who, you know, certainly had his confidence shook when he got traded for Matthew Stafford. Of course, that worked out very well for the Rams, but is now working out extremely well for the Lions. So both teams are going to wind up with what they wanted.
Yeah, and I think really, Al, I think because of what happened with Stafford and the Rams, it really intensified the trade, and almost a mocking, I think, is the way some of the reaction towards Goff. I think that's how he took it. And I think he gets here, they get off to a slow start with him. Things aren't going well. Meanwhile, the Rams are the belle of the ball. Everybody's talking about Sean McVay and Matthew Stafford. So I think it made him feel even more pain. But you know what they did? They built a heck of a team around him. And like you said, these last 2.5 years, playing about as well as anybody in this league.
Yeah, when the Rams went all in 21 to win a Super Bowl in their home stadium, and they pulled it off, a 9-yard gain here for David Montgomery. But, you know, he was shocked. I mean, Jared Goff did not think he was going to get traded.
Yeah. Gets
the call. Sean McVay is down in Cabo. Matthew Stafford is down there. It leads to the deal. You know, they gave up a lot.
Yeah, they did.
But,
and, you know, it works out for the Rams. They got their Super Bowl, and in the long run, it's worked out for Goff. And there's his family, his dad, and you know, it's a team that I think feels that they have what it takes. They built around him beautifully. Offensive line, the 2 backs, the great skill. So it's all working out for 16.
And that pass is caught at the 45-yard line. So on the move again, it's Jamison Williams making that catch quickly.
And how about this with a safety playing center field in Xavier McKinney? You got to put this ball on a line, and you got to give him a chance to be able to get down and get ready to be hit. Walker gets to him 29 late and coming up.
20-yard gain. Shoots it off to the side. Montgomery picks up about 6. We go to Kaylee.
Guys, Packers defensive lineman Lucas Van Ness left the field earlier, and we didn't know why. Turns out he injured his right thumb, and we saw him in the x-ray room looking absolutely distraught. He's come back to the sidelines, talked with their athletic trainer, and has a very strong tape job on top of his right glove. He has not returned to the game yet, and safety Evan Williams is being evaluated for a concussion.
Yeah, we saw him go back a few minutes ago. 2nd down and 5 now for Detroit. From the 37, changing the play at the line, and then lost one and incomplete. Jamison Williams, and that time it was Valentine covering on the play. Maybe not on the same page. 3rd and 5.
Yeah, Green Bay continues dialing up some pressure. Kaylee just mentioned that the rookie Evan Williams is out, and Zane Anderson, in his 2nd year out of BYU, is now in. Jeff Hafley right there turned him loose on a blitz, and once again David Montgomery right where he needs to be to pick that blitz up to give Goff the time. He's not able to make this throw. Let's see who he dials up here on this 3rd down.
3 tight ends in this set. Goff steps away from pressure, throws, caught, 1st down. Montgomery. Goff almost sacked, took a step forward. Wilson is there, 1st down.
And keep an eye on this guy, Montgomery. He's there to help out, just a check down. How many times, if you're a Lions fan, have we seen that? You know, you clear it out. The receivers are so talented. The safeties, the linebackers are getting deep to take away those middle field dig routes that he loves, and he's so aware that once it's taken away, especially on 3rd down, check it down to Montgomery or Gibbs and let them do the work after the catch.
1st down from the 31. Goff buys time, wide open, tight end, Laporta inside the 20, and stopped there by about 6 white shirts.
Boy, is that great when you run the football, and even if they're not running it great tonight, the scouting report, and boy, it's, again, some pushing and shoving. Sewell's right in the middle of it. 95 Wyatt right there with him. But when you can run the football like this is the story of really Ben Johnson's offense. Early down play action. You get those linebackers running towards Gibbs to stop him from running, and then you're able to move that launching point and get Goff out away from the pressure, and he's got a wide open Laporta there on the backside.
Ticking down to the 2-minute warning. And they had to get a play off, otherwise it would have been delay of game. And it's a run here for Gibbs, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Officially
finished that off. The Niners go on to the Super Bowl, and he had all those interviews. And he said, "I'm not quite ready to leave this group."
You got to wind up with the right organization.
And that's true. Yep.
So 2nd down and 7. Quick flip to the right side. Laporta, look at him bull his way to the 4-yard line. Tackled by Walker. 1st and goal.
You get some good blocks. These receivers block as well as anybody in the NFL. But Sewell gets out there, and Zeitler, the right guard, you'll see 71 and 58. But then good tough running. Laporta, man, yards after the catch, physicality. But it sure helps getting those linemen out in front, paving the way.
1st and goal. Clock running down to 1:15. Running back is Montgomery. Give it to him. Fighting his way. Just a little short to the 1 or even inside 2nd and goal. Timeout taken by Green Bay with 60 seconds left.
Yeah, good decision.
Charge timeout, Green Bay.
Green Bay gets, you and I were talking, Green Bay gets the ball at the 2nd half.
Brought to you by State Farm. 2nd and goal from the 2. Goff's going to keep it himself and take it to, no signal yet. No signal. Now there is. Touchdown. Had to come in and get a closer look at it.
Yeah, he called off of the play that they had. He saw that gap over the left shoulder of the center, and he let everybody know he was going to keep it. Made the good decision.
Well, hold on. Yeah, he is short.
Yep.
So one official comes in from the side after a long wait. There's
the knee.
Where the knee is down.
The knee is down.
Ball is not across the goal line.
Great look here.
Inside 2
There's
minutes.
the knee down. He's short.
When replay changes an aspect of the play, we must run 10 seconds. Green Bay has elected to use their last timeout in lieu of the 10-second runoff. 3rd and final charge timeout, Green Bay.
Right, so they took 2 on this drive and 1 It cost them one when they missed the challenge. Was not overturned, so it's 3rd down and goal now from inside the 1-yard line.
Meanwhile, Dan Campbell, one of the things he mentioned to us is the onus is on our offense. With the injuries we have and the new faces on that side of the ball this week, not only are we trying to score points, we're trying to eat clock, and they have a 5-minute time of possession advantage in this first half alone. So they're keeping Jordan Love on the sideline this first half, keeping him out of rhythm.
3rd and that much.
And Montgomery is in there.
They're resetting the game clock is what's going on right here. They're going to set it to 1 minute. That's the reason for the delay here. There you go. Just for the moment, time is standing still. Now we're okay. We're good. 60 seconds. 3rd down and goal. Montgomery, the running back. He's already been into the end zone tonight. And he'll get stuffed at the 1. Kenny Clark is there. So it's going to be 4th down and goal.
Well, this is the danger against having a guy like Kenny Clark. He's going up against the center Ragnow. You'll see him get off the ball and work with that power into that backfield, and it frees up those backers as well. Rashawn Gary able to come off the edge, help clean that up, so they lose about 1.5 yards.
So it's 4th and goal. If Green Bay does get the ball back, they'll have next to no time. Ready to take a timeout here. They're just waiting for the clock to run down. And they take the timeout, and it'll stop with 14 seconds. And a 4th and goal. Huge play in this one. Green Bay's going to get the ball to start the second half.
Well, this is where you would assume they're keeping their offense out on the field. You would assume with a veteran quarterback who sees the field so well, processes quickly. You know, you would think Green Bay will bring some pressure. You got to rely on your offensive line, and you got to find a way to create a matchup for St. Brown 14 or 87 Laporta. Down here, that's where they can win if they can find a matchup that's favorable.
Now they've got Gibbs in the backfield. Does Goff try to sneak it in again? He hasn't scored a rushing touchdown this season. Had a temporary one. 12th play of this drive. Backs up, throws, touchdown to Gibbs.
Green Bay dialed up the pressure. They brought Quay Walker, but what a call. I'm talking about Laporta and St. Brown. How can you forget about Gibbs out of the backfield? You get him one-on-one against a linebacker. Isaiah McDuffie drew the short straw. No chance on his angle route is staying with him. And I'll tell you, Gibbs sold it well to the outside.
Bates for the extra point. And that one is just good. But good nonetheless, so it's 17-7.
You want to see how to run this against man coverage? Gibbs used to, in college at Alabama, run routes with the receivers. He sells it out there and then works back underneath. McDuffie again tries to stay with him. You see, he turned his shoulders to start to sprint to get out to the outside in the flat. He had no chance of turning around. That is a great route and winning one-on-one by Jahmyr Gibbs, and a heck of a call by Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator, to get him isolated and get that matchup for the touchdown.
And LaFleur's expression says it all. Turning a 3-point deficit into a 10-point deficit.
Green Bay, you mentioned getting the ball to start the second half. They got to figure out a way to protect their quarterback, Jordan Love. He has been pressured. They have blitzed him. 3 of 7, 37 yards. His one decent completion to Watson ended up a fumble. A 20-yard reception was a fumble.
Green Bay held to only 105 yards in the half. Ball will come out to the 30 with the time for 1 or 2 plays, unless they just want to kneel it down, go to the locker room, and take the ball, and we start the second half.
Remember, the last time they had the ball, it was they ran the football, you know, and
you got 12-play drive, 10 runs.
Yep. So you're down 10, you get into the second half. It's not time, obviously, to panic. You get the ball to start it, but combination of relying on that line and Jacobs, and then trying to find ways to help this quarterback have time to throw.
Kneel down takes us to halftime.
Inexperience on defense is not sit back and make these guys have to think. Turn them loose. Just go after the quarterback when he drops back to throw, and it worked for a half. I cannot wait to see what Matt LaFleur's answer to that is in the second half.
Yeah, that Detroit defense is the story of the first half. What a job they have done. Dan Campbell, the head coach, moments ago with Kaylee.
Well, Dan, for all the injuries you have on defense, they've held Green Bay to 7 points and forced a turnover. How do you explain their success?
Well, look, AG's got a hell of a plan. The players are playing hard right now. We're doing exactly what we said we needed to do at this point. Make them earn anything they get and get a takeaway. We got one. We got to get another one in the second half.
Offensively, you've controlled the ball and put up 17. How do you replicate that in a second?
Yeah, look, same thing. We're doing exactly what we needed to do and what we said we needed to do. We just got to be more efficient running the football. That'll open everything up for us.
Thanks, Dan.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so here we go. Third quarter begins. Out of the pistol with Love. Handing the ball, Jacobs to the outside, and that's the way the first half looked most of the time. Brian Branch comes up to knock him down in the backfield, 2nd and 11.
And is he fun to watch play against the run. You know, he's moved from that nickel spot where they played him back at safety, but when he reads run, he knows how to get up, hold that edge, and lower the boom. Those are 2 college players from the same school at Alabama. And Jacobs, I think, surprised by the force there of Brian Branch.
We do all these games. I think half the players in the league are Alabama or Georgia.
No doubt.
You would know.
Yes, sir.
2nd and 11. Deep drop. Has time. Going deep. Has his man. Caught. And taken down to the 10-yard line is Christian Watson. So you figure sooner or later that guy might get free, and it happens right there.
Yeah, and a good job by this offensive line of creating the pocket. He wanted to line of scrimmage. He beats Carlton Davis to the inside, and then he works back to the outside. Puts it right on the money. There's the protection. Good job of looking off that safety in the middle of the field and able to just hang it up there and let Watson run right underneath it. Great play.
59 yards. It's their first passing first down. First down to the 12. Play fake. Pass is dropped. That's Watson. You know, it's so funny. You talk about Watson and what he's done. He's the big play guy. In his last 7 catches, he's averaged 40 yards per reception.
You know, he's really grown because when he first came into the league, that's what he was. He's a vertical downfield threat. That's what he did his rookie year. And as he's grown, he's gotten better at running different routes. But this is an offense that needed something to ignite him and push this defense back a bit. He had 31 yards passing in the entire first half, and on that completion, 59 on one play.
2nd and 10. Play action. Going to the corner of the end zone, a little contact there, but incomplete. Again, Watson covered that time at Carlton Davis. We go to Kaylee.
Guys, the Lions have ruled out defensive lineman Aleem McNeil from this game because of a head injury. Not a concussion, but a head injury.
Yeah, we saw him go to the locker room, then he came back, thought he might get back in, but he's done. So 3rd and 10.
Again, they get to these third downs. They're dialing up pressure from those linebackers. They're trying to get after Love and play man-to-man coverage behind it. Let's see what they do here.
Delayed blitz. The pass to the end zone. Kraft. Touchdown. Wow. Tucker Kraft. And boy, did they need that drive.
Boy, what a throw. And how about a matchup with your big tight end? This guy's 6'5", 260 pounds, and he put a lot of heat on that. I mean, that is exactly what he had to do. His big body, he had leverage on the corner. He had to put it in there because he was closing. Davis was closing in a hurry, and if he didn't throw it with that kind of velocity, Davis knocks that ball away.
Extra point by McManus, so it's Kraft's 7th touchdown catch.
And they get Jordan Love going, and some emotion on that sideline from the Packers after that touchdown.
Touchback here.
Let's take a peek again at the quarterback, Jordan Love. Watch his eyes looking. He's going to throw to the right. He's just kind of looking. This is all on timing. He's peeking, and now he sees the coverage, and he's got to put a lot on it. Gets it to the inside where Kraft can use his body, but it's fun to watch Love and kind of go into his mind there, seeing those eyes, making that perfect throw there for their touchdown.
Beautiful shot of that. That's almost like a vision test, right?
Yeah.
Don't move your head, just your eyes.
And Kraft waving to everybody.
From the 30-yard line. Gibbs is the back. Tries to cut to the outside. Swarm, any flag here. Each team has been penalized 5 times, accepted penalties.
They may have gotten Sewell the right tackle here.
Holding. Offense number 50. 10-yard penalty. First down.
There isn't 50. I think he meant 58.
Yep.
Sewell, he gets up with Kenny Clark working down. Kenny Clark's just inside of him, just trying to seal, and that left arm gets up around the neck. So the Packers, that's kind of been their tendency this year. 55-point score in the first possession of the second half. That's second most in the NFL.
First and 20. Catches made. Hey, before we get away from Sewell, we have to talk about him. 4th year in the league, #1 pick out of Oregon back in 21. This is a guy, he has not missed a snap since the 2021 season. Coming into tonight, he had played 3,103 consecutive snaps.
You're never going to see that again. Hasn't allowed a sack, but has been sacked himself.
Right. Exactly.
He tried to let the big man throw it. Tells you what kind of athlete he is.
2nd and 14. Goff fires. It's intercepted. Nixon with the pick. And down the sideline he goes. Keyshawn Nixon with the interception. And Goff, who rarely throws a pick. In fact, in 8 of the last 9 games, he has thrown none. In one game, he threw 5 and still won the game. Gets picked off here.
Yeah, his eyes, I felt like they went to the middle of the coverage of the defense, to our right there in the middle, and then didn't really look out to the right. He came off from the middle, just trying to look the defense off, and before he could really have a chance to make a decision on, I better not make this throw, he just flips it out there, and Nixon, who's their best cover guy, with John Alexander down, did a great job of feeling the route, stepped in front of it, and here come the Packers.
Yeah. Nixon had not had a pick this season. Goff barking at himself. First down at the 16-yard line. Gibbs to the outside. Short gain. And Branch pays the price. Very slow and attempting to get up, and now he does. So Jacobs 2nd down and 8.
But what a block by Zach Tom. You know, he and Sean Ryan came in together in their 3rd year. Ryan, the right guard out of UCLA, and Tom out of Wake Forest. But that was a good job. Like I said, Tom gets overlooked quite often. That time he able to set that edge on that right side.
Sean Ryan back in, shaken up toward the end of the half. Jacobs 11 carries, 50 yards. Love fires, caught, and trying to reach for that first down is Wicks. Looks to be, yep, he's got that first down.
You had mentioned before we first came back here in the second half that Romeo Doubs is out, and it's given Dontavian Wicks more opportunities tonight. Really good blockers, had some drops that time, looked it in great.
They go in a hurry to avoid any defensive changes, and working his way is Josh Jacobs, fighting his way into the end zone. And the Green Bay Packers, that didn't take long. Took them 3 minutes and 45 seconds to erase a 10-point deficit and take the lead.
And you're exactly right. That hurry up, remember, a lot of new faces on this Detroit defense. They were completely caught off guard. Look at them trying to get everybody on the same page. Confused. Broderick Martin, who's been here but hadn't played a lot of football, he's not able to get lined up. And that's a mistake against a powerful running Josh Jacobs, who bounces all the way into the end zone for that touchdown.
7 touchdowns in his last 4 games for Jacobs. McManus with the point after. Since he threw 5 in 1 game and still won the game in Houston a few weeks ago. Meanwhile, it's a kickoff here, and Detroit will start from the 30-yard line down by 4.
That's a tough accomplishment. 5 interceptions in 1 game
and win it
and win the game.
But look at this. He had 4 in his first 3 games.
Then he settled in.
And you have all those games. He had that one, crazy game in Houston, and then 1 tonight.
Yeah, this you want to see a veteran bounce back from that. Let's watch Goff and his offense after just taking a couple body blows here to start this second half.
St. Brown's been quiet. He was in motion that time. Goff checks it down. 5-yard pickup here for Gibbs. 2nd and 5, tackled there by Stokes.
Boy, there's some popping going on tonight. These defenses, both these defenses are flying around and hitting people. Here they go tempo.
They go hurry up from the 35-yard line. Goff checks it to over the middle. Is there forward progress to the first down? And there appears to be here for Tim Patrick right at the 40 on a first down.
I think that's a good decision by Ben Johnson, just to kind of change it up, especially after the interception. Go a little bit of tempo, trust the quarterback to get right back up on the saddle. This is a guy that's bounced back, showed you resiliency his entire career.
Toss it back here, trying to cut back, gain 2 for Jahmyr Gibbs.
I asked Jeff Hafley, I said, when you face a team that loves to run the outside zone play as much as they do, what do you got to do? And he talked about, we got to set the edge, try to get some penetration, but we got to stay on our feet. And that was a good example of that right there. They set the edge, and the backside defensive lineman able to close in by staying on their feet on that play. They squeezed the space out of that play.
Fires, and that's not caught. Laporta tried to hold it in at the 43-yard line and could not. It'll be 3rd down and 8.
Well, they get man coverage. Anytime you get that kind of man coverage, you like to work across, work to the middle, whether it's a mesh concept or crossers. And he did everything right there. He got to the top of that route, gets off away from Eric Stokes, and just not able to hold on to that football. Looks like a referee may be down.
Oh, yeah. So one of the officials needs a moment. That's Carl Johnson, who at one time was the head of officials for the NFL, and then he decided, I want to come back out onto the field. And he's a good man. We're happy to see him get up. Maybe in a moment or 2 here. And we'll take a moment or 2 ourselves. Now you've taken him back to the officials' locker room, which means you're down from 7 officials. Terry, what is the rotation now? He's the line judge.
Yeah, this crew will actually do without his position. They'll only have 1 official on Green Bay sideline. He'll adjust himself depending on down and distance.
Okay. But we can get back in here as they examine him in the officials' locker room. Meanwhile, a quick pass here is caught by Williams, and Williams is out to the 49-yard line, tackled there by Kenny Clark. That was a 3rd and 8. Now you got a 4th and 1 at midfield.
And a big thing that you're going to recognize is spotting the ball. Instead of having two officials that can come in, one from one sideline, one from the other. It's only coming from the near sideline now on the Detroit sideline.
And it's 4th and 1. They line up to go for it. He'll keep it himself. 1st down. Goff takes it to the 49 behind Ragnow.
Nice easy safe call under center. Remember when people used to do this instead of shotgun on 4th and 1?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty effective. You get under center, you just quarterback sneak, 1st down, move the sticks. Doesn't it worry you when you watch a game, you see shotgun on 4th and 1? You see it all over college football.
Except in Philadelphia. From the 50.
Never see it.
No. Play fake. Screen set up. Nice looking play. And a 13-yard pickup there for David Montgomery. Beautifully set up. Had a full convoy. Picks up 13.
Yeah, they're a great screen team. They just have a sense of when to start going to these RPOs in a screen game. Good job. Look at the linemen downfield. The timing of it perfect. Whether it's Gibbs or Montgomery. Really good job of looking that off and then dumping it down. And again, the room to work after the catch for that 1st down.
Rolling. Looking. Keeping. Gains 8. Jared Goff on the move.
You know, he's a pocket quarterback, but they go so much play action, waggles and boots, that if you're going to be so concerned about what's downfield and you're not going to think about him taking off and going, then he's easily going to eat up that space. I mean, there's nothing but grass there, and he takes it. 8 or 9 yards.
2nd and 1. Halfway through the 3rd quarter. Needs a yard. Gets that and a lot more. Down the sideline goes Gibbs. 1st and goal.
Boy, Carl Brooks almost took this handoff. 94 right here. They talk about how he has twitch. What a good get off. Instead of tackling Goff, he should have gone for the back, blown that play up. He just gets an arm on him. Good job of holding on to the football. And there's that acceleration. That's as good as anybody in the NFL from Jahmyr Gibbs.
So 1st and goal. Gibbs has now gone over 1,000 yards for the season. Jacobs did it for Green Bay earlier in the game. Straight drop and then thrown way out of the end zone. Laporta well covered. 2nd down and goal with 6:23 left in the 3rd.
Remember, they talked about the importance of red zone, an area that they've been pretty good for most of the year. They're 6th in the NFL. But last week, 2 of 5. You go all the way back to the Tampa game, 1 of 7. They've had a handful of games where it's not clicked. And in a game you just start to feel now, these quarterbacks are starting to warm up. It's good. These points are going to be really important where he tries to find this matchup. You mentioned St. Brown. We've not seen him get many opportunities, and there he is in motion.
He scored 3 tonight for only 16 yards. Here goes Gibbs to the 4. McDuffie takes him down. It'll be 3rd and goal.
Remember when they were down here, they got all the way down to right before the half, and we thought, you know, where are they going to try to find a matchup? They ended up going to Gibbs, who was one-on-one against a linebacker. It was a mismatch against McDuffie.
And it paid off with a touchdown. 3rd and goal. Stack 3 receivers to the left. Keep it on the ground. And we're going to have a 4th down from about the 2-yard line as Gibbs takes it maybe a yard. So 4th and goal.
You know that they ran that play to get ready for this 4th down call. And Campbell has very aggressive approach to these play calls. Those linebackers got downhill in a hurry there. That play really didn't have much of a chance to get into the end zone, all the way down the 3-yard line here on 4th and goal.
St. Brown is in the backfield. The pass is caught for the touchdown. Tim Patrick.
We saw Green Bay score a touchdown with tempo. Look at the Green Bay defense, just like Detroit. Middle linebacker trying to get everybody lined up. A lot of confusion and an easy read for Goff on that touchdown to Patrick.
It's really great to see this guy back. He missed 2 full seasons, had a couple of surgeries. Looked like his career may be over. Great player in Denver. Comes here. First TD for him since 2021. Extra point by Bates is good. These games, and we see him a lot on the John Hussey crew. Meanwhile, you got the kickoff here and the touchback there.
Nice touch by Jared Goff after that touchdown. The ball is on the ground. Everyone's excited. Goff with a presence of mind thinking, hey, my guy hadn't scored in a while. I think I'm going to take this one over to my guy, Tim Patrick. Hey, man, take this. This is for you.
Oh, it's great. He's a really solid guy, and he means so much in that wide receiver room.
Yeah, I talked to Antoine Randall on the field before the game, who's a great receiver coach, and he said, man, he is such a pro. He and Allen Robinson have come in there and helped out Jamison Williams, really set the tone in that room, helping out St. Brown and others.
So now Green Bay, 2 quick touchdowns to start the quarter. What are they doing here? Got a little flea flicker, and Love pumps, throws. A lot of nothing for all of that action.
Yeah, he had a chance if he had time. But once again, these guys, you know, they just got here. This was Miles Adams, who's just recently been signed. He's up there lined up at the nose. This play takes a little bit of time. See pressure right there coming through the tight end, Ben Sims. He's lucky to keep his feet, but he had open receivers downfield.
2nd and 10. Jacobs and Brooks both in the backfield. Give it to Jacobs following Brooks. Tackled by Broderick Martin. 3rd and long.
Surprised that Green Bay determined to try to run the football into that front. I mean, they had everybody walked up close. They had 8 up close to the line of scrimmage. Within 2 or 3 yards, they still tried to run into that Aaron Glenn defense.
Third down indeed. 3rd and 8.
See some of the confusion there with some of the newer faces.
Clap, clap, clapping. Meanwhile, Green Bay trying to get its act together here.
Yeah, they got a call timeout.
Yeah, that was so interesting. Detroit's trying to figure out what's going on, then Green Bay's trying to figure out what's going on.
And flag came down. Let's see if they got. He did get the timeout. Okay. The flag came out, but he just got the timeout. You're right. We saw movement on one side. We had confusion on Green Bay. This is a pretty big 3rd down. Love did not want to have to use one of these timeouts, but really forced to there.
Yeah, not in a game like this. That could come back to bite you at the end. 3rd and 9. Pressure. It's blocked well. The pass is going to be pulled in by Christian Watson, but short of the 1st down. The rookie Arnold makes the tackle. Campbell put the pressure on. 4th and 3.
I tell you, if Detroit wins this game, Pat O'Connor, 95, he's going to get a game ball. With DJ Reader and now McNeil out in the middle, that's a real strength. And it's not always about getting the sack. It's about getting off the ball and affecting the quarterback. Here he is in the middle. Matched up one-on-one with Josh Myers. Does enough here to be able to push and get in the face to get that ball out sooner than he wanted.
Eastern Michigan product. Meanwhile, fair catch call for made at the 21-yard line. Detroit with the ball, and we will return in 30 seconds. This drive from the 22-yard line. Montgomery is the running back. Play action. Check it down. Montgomery. And he gets gang tackled after a gain of a couple. Nixon, the first guy there. Second down and 7.
Just like to note that St. Brown has not been involved a lot tonight in getting chances. 4 targets, 3 catches, only 16 yards. One of the top receivers in the NFL. And you know what? He's not out there moping. He's not complaining. He's out there blocking his ass off and just being a great teammate. His time will come tonight at some point.
He's caught 3, has 79 on the season. Running into a wall that time is Montgomery, so it'll be 3rd down and about 6.
You know, at some point he'll get a one-on-one matchup, and it's just great to see Goff doesn't feel he has to force the ball to his guy. I mean, nobody wants to get the ball more to St. Brown than Goff, but the matchups right now have not allowed for that to happen. But it will. But the fact he's not forcing it, and the fact that St. Brown is just doing his job, it's refreshing to see.
3rd and 6. Williams moving. Goff over the middle. Goff fires, and that's going to be caught. Is it a first down? That's Patrick making the grab, but it's going to be marked a yard shy. So with under 2 to play in the quarter, 4th down, 4th and 1, your own 31-yard line. What are you going to do?
Yeah, and Dan Campbell has a reputation of going for it. He's done it 3 times tonight. He's made all 3, but here they are, deep in their own territory. It's a big one.
3 out of 3. Can they make it 4 out of 4? Or do they give it to Green Bay in great position? To the outside. Turns it back. No! Green Bay stuffs him. Gibbs taken down, and the Packers are going to get it at about the 30-yard line.
What's interesting to me, Al, is Goff has had some opportunities to sneak it, but look at the gaps here, taken away. He makes a call, can. They're going to go to the sweep to get it out on the outside, but look at the reaction from this defense. I mean, they are flying. They know the opportunity they have. Secondary coming up, that was Bullard, and then eventually Quay Walker makes the play to keep him short of that first down. Great play by that defense.
So a minute and a half to go in the 3rd. 3-point game, Detroit on top. Lions trying to win their 11th straight. Packers trying to at least keep pace and get to within a game of them in the standings. A lot at stake tonight. Reed in motion, circles back, keep it on the ground. 4-yard gain for Josh Jacobs to the 26-yard line. 2nd and, let's call it 7, 3-yard pickup.
You know, you look at that decision, and it's easy to say, what the heck is he doing? Deep in his own territory. But listen, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. When it works, and they end up going down the length of the field and putting points on the board, everyone's going to go, good old Dan Campbell. He's already 3 for 3 tonight. Risky, of course. You give the ball to Jordan Love here, but he's living up to what he does. I mean, you can't question it when he does it and it works.
Yeah, thin line between a genius and a bum. Meanwhile, Free juggles, makes the catch, and it's going to be 1st and goal. What a pop. Look at the way he gets up, too. Crab hit by Jack Campbell, springs to his feet, sets up a 1st and goal.
Here's an example, having a guy that's been in town for about 3 days, Quan Alexander. Eyes in the backfield, not real sure about his responsibilities in coverage. And this time, that defense brought a lot of pressure. Nobody at that second level of the defense. And there's Kraft, like you said, Al. Again, this guy making a play. That's 260 pounds moving around like that.
That's a gold medal in the Olympics. We can pull that off. 1st and goal. Clock ticking down to the end of the quarter. Don't have to run a play. And they don't. That's the end of the quarter. Trying to get him to jump offside. And crowd at full volume. Jacobs is the back. Sims sets up in the backfield. And after a long count, play action. Surveying, has time, throws, caught. And that was Spence Sims, number 2 tight end, who had set up in the backfield, runs a route here, serves as a safety valve, 2nd and goal.
Love the call, 1st and goal, go play action there. Remember expecting Josh Jacobs. Think about the Packers, scored 14 points in the 3rd quarter, on the verge of maybe punching another one in, but they really haven't had to drive the length of the field. They had the big 59-yard pass to Watson, an interception got him at the plus 30, and then the stop on downs gets him at the plus 30.
Jacobs in there. Touchdown Green Bay, and they have the lead again. Followed Myers and Jenkins, the center, and the left guard, and back and forth we continue to go.
Well, this is a heck of a game. It's going to be a heck of a finish. Watch the right guard right there. What a block by Ryan. A combination with Myers taking on Martin. That really opened the hole up. He doesn't need a whole lot of room. Once he gets downhill with the power he has in those legs, no chance of slowing him down. Boy, he's a great addition to this offense. That's his 3rd touchdown of the night, right?
Yeah, Brandon McManus with the extra point. So they turn it over on downs, and it's a 30-yard drive, and we go back to Campbell's 4th down play here.
Yeah, he again coming into this 4th down, and this one's deep in his own territory. He's made 3, and instead of the sneak, he felt the pre-snap they had taken that away, but the Packers' speed and recognition of that perimeter run gets the defense off the field, and once again, number 8 finds the end zone, and they make the Lions pay for that decision to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, big stop there. Quay Walker was the first guy to stop him. Ben Johnson goes, I should have called something else.
Well, we've seen them respond when they've gotten down. That's what championship teams do. These 2 teams are just going to keep swinging for these last 14 minutes and 20 seconds. Yep. And you mentioned the division, what's going on within the division. Buffalo comes into town next week.
Oh, yeah.
Detroit's trying to win the NFC home field all the way through, and they're on the ropes tonight. They got Buffalo coming in here next week.
Yeah, Buffalo goes to the Rams this week, then to Ford Field. So now the Lions again trailing. 14-20 left in regulation, 40 seconds into the 4th quarter. So Goff tonight, 22 of 31, 178, 2 touchdowns, and the very costly interception.
You know, Green Bay has done a really good job, this Jeff Hafley defense, not giving up those big plays, those explosive plays. Keep in mind, they don't have Jair Alexander out there, and they played more zone than they would normally like to.
Start this drive. Goff slides away. Caught up at the 48-yard line. That's Tim Patrick. Comes off the touchdown grab. Brings this one out to almost midfield, 18 yards.
Watch the mechanics and the ball handling by 16 on this play action. He's as good as there is. He spends a lot of time on it. Good job. Works around Sewell, the right tackle, and then finds that 2nd level where he makes so many of his completions over the middle, 2nd level, and there's your guy, Tim Patrick, making a nice catch.
Yeah, he sells it well. Meanwhile, you've got Jayon Bullard, the safety, the rookie out of Georgia. 2nd round pick. He needs some kind of go back and forth, in a manner of speaking. Zane Anderson comes in at safety now with Bullard going off under his own power. Play resumes 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line. Goff over the middle, finds his man. Montgomery to the 45.
Let's take a look at our next-gen stats powered by AWS. Jared Goff, we just talked about how good he is with the mechanics on play action. They do a lot of early down under center play action. I love to see it because the run game married with the play action with Gibbs and Montgomery really challenges the eye discipline of those linebackers and safeties of this defense.
2nd and 4. This will set up a 3rd and 2. Montgomery stopped there by Kenny Clark.
Clark's having a heck of a game, getting off blocks, using those hands, using his quickness. Crafty vet, 9th year out of UCLA.
Mentioned before, the nominee this year for the Packers for the Walter Payton Award.
Yep.
First round pick back in 16. 9th year as a Packer. Goff now 3rd down and 2. Hangs in the pocket, fires, caught, and there is St. Brown, who's been very quiet since the first quarter. So big catch here in the first down for Detroit.
Yeah, you just have a feeling that this fourth quarter could be his quarter. Just too much space. You know, whether it's Gibbs or Montgomery sneaking out of the backfield. Here he's matched up there underneath against Quay Walker. So many options, so many threats downfield. As a defense, you're concerned. You're trying to prevent the big play. And a smart decision to just check it down to his guy, St. Brown, for that first down.
Gain of about 2 or 3 for Jahmyr Gibbs to the 31. Walker making the tackle.
Yeah, I remember talking to Peyton Manning one time about he was so good at Indianapolis throughout his career with the play action mechanics, and he used to film himself in so many different angles to try to get the view of the linebackers and the safeties, and would work so hard to make the underneath center handoff and the play action fake look identical to make those linebackers a little hesitant, not just on the play action, but the run game as well.
Peyton's been selling everything since then, too. 2nd and 8.
Doing a great job.
Goff fires, and inside the 20-yard line, Laporta makes the grab.
I mean, we're seeing some tight end play tonight. Tucker Kraft with Green Bay, and Laporta really had to work to get open. I love how they're able to flex him out because of his skill set at 6'3", 245. You see that he dipped underneath that tight coverage to regain leverage. And what a ball out in front there. What a heck of a throw and a concentration, all hands from Sam Laporta.
5 grabs tonight for him. Fake toss, instead keep it inside. This is St. Brown for a first down. Beautifully designed play.
Yeah, it sure was. So much attention on Gibbs. Everybody's eyes were thinking the ball's coming out here, and here comes the right side of the offensive line leading St. Brown. You can't always get him the ball throwing it to him. You just want his hands on the ball. Again, he's being rewarded for the kind of player he has been. He's been quiet. There's Sewell, who's so much fun to watch when he gets downfield. Smart man St. Brown getting behind 58. It's like a bodyguard following him downfield.
Montgomery gets bunched up at the 4. 10 minutes to go in regulation. It'll be 2nd down and goal. Swifter, a quiet first half.
Yeah, I got to show you this just because this is another play that shows St. Brown's attitude. That was Bullard going in, being carted off. Watch St. Brown's block here. Bang! It's what he's been doing all night. That's McKinney.
Yeah.
He didn't appreciate that. He's an alpha himself on the other side.
No question. Xavier McKinney with 7 interceptions this season. So Bullard goes back to the locker room on the cart. Meanwhile, a toss back here to Montgomery. And he cannot get in. Play is blown dead. It'll be 3rd and goal.
Yeah, they got 2 plays. They have been successful on these 4th downs with the exception of the one deep in their own territory that backfired on him, where Green Bay got the go-ahead score.
So Patrick goes wide left this time. Montgomery is the back. Play fake to the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Tim Patrick again.
Talk about his mechanics. Even on 3rd down under center, he wants to freeze those backers. Good job. He knows where he wants to go. He sees the matchup, gets back to Tim Patrick. who Tim Patrick ran a heck of a route, being able to separate from Eric Stokes there. He's got 2 footballs now.
He does. First touchdown since.
Especially as the weather changes, you're in Lambeau, you can just picture those games that are going to be coming up. Keep number 8 healthy. What a difference he is.
Well, they had to make a choice between Jones or bringing him in. This guy's 4 years younger.
Yes, good call.
That factors into Kaylee.
Guys, the Lions defense is trying to hold it together. While they were on the sideline, linebackers coach Kelvin Shepard was yelling at his unit saying, I don't want another missed assignment. That was while Quan Alexander was sitting in front of him with a moist heating pad on his left quad. On the bench next to the linebackers, there was Brian Branch getting his left calf massage, looking uncomfortable. Then he and Terrion Arnold were sitting there, both wearing oxygen masks to help him breathe. But Zadarius Smith, just before they returned to the field, said, right now, it's going to be on us.
That's crazy. They were so great in the first half, but meanwhile the Packers, 3 touchdowns on their 4 possessions in this half. Start here with a flag before the play. Kind of wants the crowd to really get into it.
Full start. Offense number 50. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Right tackle Zach Tom. Of course, this is the hungriest fan base in all of football.
Oh, it has to be.
Have never been to a Super Bowl. This will be Super Bowl 59 coming up. Can they get to New Orleans? Got close last year. Had a big lead in San Francisco at the half. 49ers wound up winning the game.
Worth mentioning for people just tuning in, this defense has been decimated with injuries. 13 guys on the IR, 3 other starters down, and yet they're going to have to make some plays tonight to win this game.
On 1st and 15, a 1-yard pickup here. Popped that time by Carlton Davis, another one of the offseason pickups from Tampa Bay.
I thought it was interesting. Dan Campbell said we brought it up to him. Boy, you get Terrion Arnold in the draft. You pick up Carlton Davis in a trade from Tampa. You go out and get a Meek Robertson in free agency. He said in this growth over these last 2 or 3 years, that was the last piece. We had to get better at corner to free up Aaron Glenn with what he likes to do. And even with these injuries, they're maintaining that aggressive approach because they are healthy at corner.
Again, allowing the 2nd fewest points in the league coming into the game. Look out. Love escapes. Love throws. It's caught. It's juggled. Hauled in by Watson. Another big play for him. That time Jack Campbell came in, almost had the sack.
Boy, did he time this up perfectly, and for whatever reason, Jacobs misses this blitz pickup. But who bails him out? The quarterback. A healthy Jordan Love, able to step away from that pressure. How about the location of this football? Resets the feet, throws it right on the money, maybe an inch or 2 over the outstretched arms there of Carlton Davis.
Watson now 4 catches tonight, 114 yards from the 45. Jacobs tries to cut it back. Long takes him down. 2nd and 10 as the clock runs down to 7 minutes left in regulation.
But Muhammad there showing great discipline on that backside. You always got to be aware with Jacobs. He's liable to go anywhere. If he gets closed down in one spot, he does such a good job with the feel and vision to cut it back. Muhammad that time takes it completely away.
2nd and 10.
This is all you could hope for. Divisional matchup, 31-28, 6:30 to go.
I'll say. Brooks is the running back out of the pistol. Love fires over the middle. Catch is made inside the 20-yard line and spun down. Dontavian Wicks for a big first down.
Boy, this time the offensive line does give him just enough time. The pocket will be collapsing around him. Good job of just kind of waiting and waiting and waiting on this crosser over the middle. And keep in mind, their top receiver, Dobbs, who would be running those routes, is out tonight. And Wicks is able to step up. The 2nd-year man out of Virginia goes up, climbs the ladder to make that catch.
And Branch is hurt on the play. Brian Branch down to the 35-yard line after a 27-yard pickup.
this is a big night tonight for Detroit because of what they have remaining on their schedule compared to what Philadelphia has on their schedule. So, like he was cramping there after he tried to make that tackle. Here's a Detroit schedule.
Buffalo, of course, tough one. Go to Chicago, go to San Francisco, and then wrap it up with Minnesota here in Week 18.
Remember, Minnesota will be playing with everything they have in Week 18, and San Francisco in the NFC West, they're going to be playing like they're playing playoff football, trying to get any win.
Somebody's got to win that division.
Right.
Brandon Joseph comes in replacing Brian Branch, who goes to the sideline here. They empty the backfield on a first down from the 19-yard line. Four-man rush. Love throws. That is caught. And a first down here. So back-to-back to Wicks. And he will be slow in getting back up.
What a job here of the quarterback again. Jordan Love. Hopefully Wicks will get helped up. There he is. Love is able to work through his progressions. Wicks is stepping up. We mentioned how Dobbs is not available. How about that route? Little whip route back to the inside. Takes a huge hit and is able to hold on to it. Works through the progressions. The line's able to hold up. And if you're a Green Bay Packers fan, you're on the road in this environment. Isn't it great to see Jordan Love healthy these last 4 weeks? What a difference from where he was early when he had to deal with the groin weeks 8 and 9, the knee weeks 2 and 3.
What a difference between the first half and the second half.
Oh, yeah. Good call.
First and goal. He's now thrown for 206 yards. First and goal from the 7. Jacobs bunched up at the 5. Muhammad loses his helmet. Yeah, there's a lot of emotion. Look, you know, the NFC North, tell me what's not a rivalry.
Yeah.
In that division.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Every single week seems to be a great matchup, and the emotion always flying, and the importance of this game. Under 5 minutes to go. What a weapon to have, and Josh Jacobs always is a threat. And with the way your quarterback's playing and the decision making he's making for you right now, you got a lot of ways to attack down here.
Sent Jacobs in motion. Love buying time. Love throws. Caught. Flags all over the place. So Jacobs gets into the end zone, but you saw the flags come in.
I think they may have an illegal screen or a pick on the offense. Christian Watson, he knocked out Kirby Joseph. He's trying to run his route and sell it.
Pass interference. Offense.
Yeah.
Number 9. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
That was almost like a crack block. I mean, he's out on the outside. Watch him work to our right, back to the inside, and then bang, right there, hits 31. That's what freed up Jacobs out of the backfield.
And it moves the ball back to the 16. Second and goal. 4.5 to go.
See the command there. Jordan Love clapping, moving Watson over to the left. Now he moves Reed.
Reed sets up in the slot. 3 receivers to the left. Love looking, surveying, under pressure, and then just throws that one away to make it 3rd down and goal.
Really good coverage by this young defense. We talked about they've been decimated with the injuries, but the one area where they've been able to hold up is these guys that are in coverage or have played all year. Arnold, Davis, Robertson, the secondary is held up, so that helps them to play this aggressive style. You got 3rd and long, 3rd and goal here. See if Aaron Glenn dials up pressure. They have most of the night with those backers.
Instead, just rush 4. Love to the 15, and that's all. Taken down by Ezekiel Turner. So they'll have to settle for a field goal attempt, which would tie the game.
What a play by Turner. It's a guy that's had to step up when 4 of your top 5 linebackers are injured and not playing. You got to turn to a guy like Ezekiel Turner, who came over from Seattle off the practice squad, and he makes this play in space against a very capable quarterback in Jordan Love. Late breaking receiver as he's running for his life. Tough to see.
32-yard attempt for McManus, right down the middle.
For more rushing touchdowns in consecutive seasons. It's rare company for Montgomery.
So the Lions with the game tied, 3:38. Looking ahead down the stretch, the Lions have all 3 timeouts. And Jared Goff will go to work, 27 of 36, so he's 75%, 228 yards. Only Tua Tagovailoa has a better completion percentage this season coming into tonight. From the 30. Running back is Gibbs. Play fake. Pass. Caught along the sideline. Williams. Gain of 19.
They're playing Valentine into this corner on the right side of the defense. Doesn't do a great job of slowing down Jamison Williams. He's able to get to that second level. He's just reading 24 there, decides to go up and over him in an easy completion to get this drive started.
5 catches for Williams. 80 yards tonight from the 49. Play fake again. Rolling, throwing, caught. He's found his new man here, Mr. Tim Patrick. 2 touchdowns, another catch here. Tim Patrick has now caught 6 on 7 targets.
He's in a good flow here to start this drive. And the reason I brought up that we've seen Valentine in a corner is because this defensive backfield, as they approach this drive, they have to shift some guys around. Evan Williams is out of the game. Bullard is also out of the game. So you've had to take Nixon, 25, from outside as a corner, put him to the inside to take over for Bullard. So Williams and Bullard out of there.
Yeah, Nixon a big interception leading to a touchdown earlier on first down. Little toss back here and a 1 or 2 yard gain for Gibbs inside the 40-yard line, second down.
It's one of those young defensive ends that they're excited about. That time it was Brenton Cox, who forced that ball back inside. And if you're Detroit, 2:30 to go, time is not an issue. In fact, you're thinking more about on the back end about the time. Dan Campbell slowing the whole operation down after those 2 big completions already in plus territory.
Yeah, time may be more of an issue for Green Bay right
Absolutely.
now. Second down and 9. Blitz from the corner. Pass to the outside. Short gain here.
Oh, and an interesting 201,
yeah.
And he goes out of bounds.
Right.
How about that? And speaking of Green Bay, hoping for more time, that was a big play to get Gibbs out of bounds.
Carl Johnson, who had to come out with a shoulder problem earlier, now getting an earful from LaFleur.
The only way you stop Goff on this play is you've got to get pressure on him. If he's clean, it's going to be a completion.
Dumps it off here. Gibbs looking for the first down and has it. Almost got pushed from behind that time by Wyatt to secure the first down with 1:55 remaining. All right, so it'll be first down. Matt LaFleur still arguing. Maybe I'm passing. We're trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
By the clock stopping at 2:01, that would work to his benefit.
No doubt about it.
So it's probably something else that's in play there.
Yeah, he was pretty fired up the entire time we were away.
Meanwhile, as play resumes, first and 10, 1:55, 31-yard line. Goff sets it up to Montgomery. Started to slip. Holds on, keeps his balance. You got
late
Nixon.
flag.
Yeah, late flag comes in. Nixon making the stop. Crowd responding to a replay, but still no answer from Sean Hussey.
Holding. Offense number 77. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Center Frank Ragnow.
It's an interesting call. It was right after he snapped the ball. Tries to get out there to help out on the screen. It's Quay Walker trying to get to the football, and we were frame by frame there. And I mean, if you do this on almost every play, you can find something like this.
Oh, for sure.
So now they're all the way back to the 40-yard line. What a huge call. They were easily in field goal range.
There's Bates. He's had a great year. Ready to be called on. He hopes for the extra point. 1st and 20. Picking up about 3 is David Montgomery.
The last thing you want to see is an unnecessary penalty from Green Bay. And that time you saw a player just jump on the pile right in that gray area. You just got to avoid any kind of mental errors if you're Green Bay and you're desperately trying to hold them in this range.
They take a timeout here.
I think it's Enoch Bari jumping in there. 55 whistle had already blown.
Yeah.
It's showing that on the big screen.
That gets the response. It gets the response from LaFleur as well.
So they got one timeout left, minute 42. Detroit wants to make it a little, even though this is within Bates's range, you want to still kind of be aggressive and give him a little bit more of a cushion.
For sure.
Got a couple plays here to try to do that.
And right now you'd be looking at a 55-yard attempt. 2nd and 17. Goff over the middle, wide open, outside the 20. St. Brown, huge play.
Well, you knew it was coming. St. Brown is the guy. David Montgomery does his job. Not only is he scoring touchdowns tonight, he picks up Isaiah McDuffie, who's coming on this blitz, does a nice job of picking that up. And then Goff's able to keep his vision downfield. How often have we seen Detroit? McDuffie, by the way, got up and still got to him. How often have we seen that deep crosser, that dig route from a receiver at the top of the route? Little push there. That's what Nixon was reacting to. But St. Brown gets away with it. Watch McDuffie get up after going head over heels. They forced Green Bay to use that last time out.
The final one. And Detroit can milk that clock.
Well, you see that follow through. That right hand hits the helmet of McDuffie.
Now there's a question as to whether he got the first down or not.
Again, by rule, when replay changes the result of the play, we must run 10 seconds. Please set the game clock to 1:37. But in lieu of the 10-second runoff, Green Bay has elected to take their 3rd and final charge timeout.
Terry McCauley, what are you making of this?
So, yeah, there was a lot of missed words in that announcement. It's actually an expedited review. They made it short because he was short. He didn't make the line to gain. It does require a 10-second runoff, but Green Bay had already used their timeout, which they kept, which they're going to do.
Right.
So it's now 3rd and short. With the time set to where he was down.
And they're out of timeouts.
Correct.
They're out of timeouts, right? So if they pick up a first down here, they can run the clock all the way down and kick the field goal.
Yep.
Campbell just wants to get an explanation. Meanwhile, Goff has completed his last 13 passes. He's 32 out of 41. 283 yards, 3 touchdowns tonight. 2 to Patrick, 1 to Gibbs. 3rd and inches. And does he get the first down? Green Bay thinks not. No, he didn't. You got Zane Anderson who comes up, stops Montgomery short. Now, you run. Now this is a fascinating decision.
He's dying to go for it, but obviously he's got to kick this field goal to potentially win this game, or at the very least go ahead here by 3.
So this would be about a 38-yard field goal. You're almost compelled to do that because if you don't make it, you're going to give the other guys the ball, and you're probably going overtime. Play clock is down. We'll stop it, 2-1, whatever. 44 seconds, timeout, 43 seconds.
Well, if you're a Packers fan, the play of the game by Zane Anderson, who's had to step in at safety. He's the guy that knifed in there to submarine this play and give Green Bay some time. Even if this field goal is good, they still have a shot now because of this effort play by 39 to make. That's a tough play against David Montgomery, but a great job by Zane Anderson on that 3rd down and short. That's a half a yard he needed. Remember, it took a review for that to come back.
Right.
That was a first down. They brought it back a half yard, and then Anderson makes that play. They're going to get the ball back, even if this is good, and give Jordan Love some time to maybe get in field goal range.
So for the moment, they are leaving the offense out on the field. Ooh. Ain't this fascinating? If nothing else,
draw him off.
Draw him offside, yeah.
He's got the timeout.
Yep.
Maybe they're thinking, you know me, I'm the guy that goes for it on 4th down. Just try to, and then call your timeout.
He could.
Or he just says to heck with it.
Are they going? They are going. And then Goff falls down, but Montgomery is able to pick up the first down. So Goff falls down as he's making the handoff, and this should seal it. They'll run the clock down, kick the field goal. What a call. And then Goff is stumbling. He's trying to make the handoff.
Yeah, I don't know. He must have gotten stepped on when he came out. What a good job of keeping his focus and staying long enough on his feet. Let's watch his feet. Yeah, he gets stepped on by Glasgow, the left guard, and somehow he reaches out. Once he got it to Montgomery. What a call, by the way. Are you kidding me? 4 of 5 now. College ball, he's down. This is the pro game. He's good to go. 4 of 5 on 4th down.
Amazing.
Hey, you got to be who you are, right?
Yeah, that's right.
You got to be who you are.
He's Dan Campbell. Meanwhile, Nixon was shaken up. Campbell's, you got to love Dan Campbell. The people know. I mean, he's what he said. Don't forget, he's the guy who came in and he said, "We're going to bite off your kneecaps." Everybody says, "Who is this goof?"
Yeah. And look at his face, the Goff. You know what? That was about not getting in the kicker closer. You know what that was about? Taking all the time away from Jordan Love. The possibility of him getting the ball and moving into field goal range. He thought it was worth the risk to go for it, believed in his guys, gets the first down, and now works that clock down, kick a last-second field goal, and LaFleur and Love won't get a chance to touch the football.
And a major risk. And Love would have had to do it without a timeout. That wouldn't have been easy either.
Just get it in the middle of the field.
We've had a few crazy endings on Thursday. We'll make it up for the last 2 years.
No doubt about that.
Just getting it in position where Bates wanted it to get a better shot at it. So it comes down to this. Bates is no stranger to winning games at the end. 52-yard game-winning field goal against Houston. Had a career-long 58 in that game. Kicked a 64-yarder for the Michigan Panthers of the United League.
Kick he made in the UFL. That was a bomb. It's a different risk here. Well, different challenge, I should say here. Pressure.
Hogan Hafton to snap it. Jack Fox to hold it. 35 yards to win it and extend the winning streak to 11. Ball game. And what a game. 34-31. Lions go to 12-1. Still the #1 seed in the NFC. Packers drop to 9-4.
So the 2 games this year that Goff and the Lions played against Green Bay, 6 of 7 on 4th down and 4 fourth down touchdowns. Just incredible, the risks that he's willing to take in these divisional matchups, and it pays off for him.
Some are riskier than others. That was an A+ or an F-, depending how it worked out.
Right.